Hello guys, I am Desmond Gonsalves. I stay in Vasai. About myself, I am a marine engineer. I have a soft corner for the classics mostly because I like the era when the automobile industry upgraded. Being a son of a mechanic and former owner of a Tata workshop, most of my childhood has gone through watching my father repairing my engines, repairing cars, working hard. So it gave me a spark about the automobiles. So I like the classics mostly. About Sierra, this car used to come in our workshop when we had a Tata workshop. So as far as I know, this car was owned by Mr. Pawar. My father knew the whole history about this car, all service history, how this car came to be, everything. So when Mr. Pawar was about to sell this car, it had to be my father who was supposed to buy this. So it was also by Mr. Pawar. He said that this car's legacy should be going forward by you, Dennis. So my father bought this car. We bought this car in 2007. All from that time it was a day-to-day runner. We upgraded this car a little bit, we restored it. After that we drove it for a couple of years and then we moved on with other cars, but never sold this car. It always had been with us. First it was used in our workshop, then again we restored it and brought it home. My brother and I used this car almost every day. We used to go out, have some drinks in it, rode around here and there. It has never failed us. We've gone to beaches, we've gone to off-roads, everywhere, never failed us. Or even through the floods of Vasai. There is a lot of water logging here, so this has been our car for that. Things I love in this car is the feel, the comfort that we get. Being the first premier SUV, it has an extreme comfort level of sitting, and especially for the people who sit on the back seat, the leg room is very good. A person of a 6 feet height can sit like stretched legs. Being the turbocharged engine, it has a great deal of pickup. Suspension, of course, it has a coil spring suspension. That time we mostly had a lip spring suspension, but this car it has a coil spring suspension. So it has been very soft, very cozy for the person who is inside. Three things I like about this car is the curved glasses that we have on the back. No other car in India has that, and it gives you a great deal of view when you sit inside. Feels like a luxury hotel or something. Second is the engine. With the engine of almost 2000 cc, it gives me around 10 kilometers per liter of a diesel. So it's quite good for me with AC. On highways it gives me a little more. It goes up to 13, I suppose, and it's good enough for this car. Third thing is the power steering. This car has a complete different type of a power steering. So smooth, you feel you're driving a Mercedes or something. And the radius for such a big car, you can turn anywhere you want. Most of the service of this car is done by myself or my brother or my father, being the mechanics. If there is any necessity, then we call in the specialists, they come in. Service is quite expensive for this car. You don't get the parts so easily. So you have to, it's like a treasure hunt, you have to mostly go and find everywhere. The maintenance cost on this car is quite high, so it's like keeping an elephant. The memorable drives that we have done, when we bought this car in 2007, we went for a trip to Goa, and all the way from there we went to Mahabaleshwar, Pune, Lonavala, and then came back. It was a family trip, mostly my father drove, but it was very nice. The comfort we had as a kids, we would just roll around on the back seat, jump here and there. With all the luggage in it, it was a quite nice car ride we had. You should buy a Sierra because once you start driving it, you will stop driving any other car. It's very good, and of course you have to keep an eye on the maintenance and the bodywork also. It gives you a very high one, but you can always go for it. You don't find these so easily, and especially the turbocharged one, never. You'll find a normal version, but the turbocharged is quite good. I hope you like the story I said about my Sierra and this video, of course. If you have one, of course treasure it, because it's very difficult to find one. So keep it, never let it off.